जब केवल हल्की सी सर्दी, खांसी और बुखार भी लोगों के लिए जानलेवा साबित होते थे। और अब एक छोटी सी सुई से कई ऐसी खतरनाक बीमारियों से हमारी रक्षा भी होती है और भविष्य में उनसे बचाव भी। नमस्ते, मैं हूं आपके साथ चेतना कौशिक और आज के इस खास वेबिनार को मिस करने का रिस्क आपको बिल्कुल नहीं लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि हम बात करने वाले हैं इम्यूनाइजेशन की। देखिए, दुनिया भर में अप्रैल के आखिरी सप्ताह को WHO की ओर से वर्ल्ड इम्यूनाइजेशन वीक के तौर पर मनाया जाता है। इम्यूनाइजेशन एक बहुत बड़ी राहत है पूरी दुनिया के स्वास्थ्य व्यवस्था के लिए और लाखों लोगों की जान इससे बची है। मगर आज भी लाखों लोग ऐसे हैं जिन्हें वैक्सीनेशन की सुविधा नहीं मिली है। इन लोगों की संख्या में सिर्फ बच्चे ही नहीं, युवा, वयस्क और बूढ़े लोग भी आते हैं। The theme for this year's World Immunization Week 2023 is the Big Catch Up. To catch up on lost immunizations and ensure that parents follow their child's vaccination card, GSK partners with real-life mom Kareena Kapoor Khan for their vaccination awareness campaign, Faisla Sahi, Zindagi Sahi. With this campaign, we call on parents to ensure their children's vaccination status is up to date.
डॉक्टर्स कहते हैं बीमारियों से हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन हेल्थी बच्चों में भी हो सकता है। वैक्सीनेशन से उन्हें कई गंभीर बीमारियों से लड़ने की इम्यूनिटी मिलती है, इसलिए उसे वैक्सीनेशन कार्ड का हर वैक्सीन वक्त से दीजिए। आपका एक फैसला आपके बच्चे की जिंदगी बदल सकता है। फैसला सही, जिंदगी सही।
तो आज के डिस्कशन की खास बात जिसको लेकर कई लोगों को भ्रांतियां यानी कि कंफ्यूजन और डाउट्स रहते हैं ना, वो है प्रेगनेंसी के दौरान वैक्सीनेशन। प्रेगनेंसी किसी भी औरत के लिए एक बेहद खूबसूरत और अनोखा समय रहता है, मगर शरीर के लिए ना बहुत ही नाजुक समय भी। माता के शरीर से ही बहुत सारी रोग प्रतिरोधक क्षमता यानी कि इम्यूनिटी बच्चे के बढ़ते शरीर में जाती है, और ऐसे में बच्चे को स्वस्थ रखने के लिए माँ को वैक्सीनेशन देना और भी ज्यादा जरूरी हो जाता है। और अगर आपके मन में इसको लेकर कोई भी सवाल है तो उन्हें हमारे चैट बॉक्स में टाइप कीजिए, क्योंकि उनका जवाब देने के लिए आज है हमारे साथ कुछ बहुत खास पर्सनालिटी। मैं स्वागत करना चाहूंगी डॉक्टर कंचन कांजीलाल का, कंसल्टेंट ऑब्स्टेट्रिशियन एंड गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट, स्वप्नदीप क्लिनिक कोलकाता से, जो कि प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं पिछले 27 इयर्स यानी 27 साल से। वेलकम डॉक्टर। और इसके साथ ही साथ मैं वेलकम करना चाहूंगी यहाँ पर डॉक्टर चित्रा सेतिया का भी, कंसल्टेंट ऑब्स्टेट्रिशियन एंड गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट, अपोलो हॉस्पिटल्स नोएडा से। शी पास्ड आउट इन द ईयर 1978 एंड हैज बीन प्रैक्टिसिंग इन नोएडा फॉर द पास्ट 38 इयर्स। वेलकम डॉक्टर।
नमस्कार, थैंक यू।
तो इसके साथ ही सबसे पहले जो सवाल है मेरा, वो मैं यहाँ पर देना चाहूंगी डॉक्टर कंचन जी को। आपसे मैं ये पूछना चाहूंगी डॉक्टर कंचन की, ये जो साल है 2023 वर्ल्ड इम्यूनाइजेशन वीक का जो थीम है वो है द बिग कैचअप। ऐसे में आप इससे कैसे एसोसिएट करते हैं? मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि शायद डॉक्टर कंचन जो है वो थोड़ा सा हमारे साथ यहाँ पर नहीं है, शायद थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम जो है वो हो गई है। डॉक्टर कंचन के लिए हम ये सवाल जो है वो रखेंगे और जैसे ही वापस आते हैं वैसे ही हम उनसे ये सवाल जो है पूछेंगे। तब तक डॉक्टर चित्रा, क्यों ना हम आपसे हमारा जो सवाल है वो करें। तो डॉक्टर चित्रा, हमारा सवाल जो है आपके लिए बहुत ही सिंपल ये है कि ज्यादातर लोगों की यही समझ होती है कि वैक्सीनेशन जो होता है ना वो बच्चों के लिए होता है, इट्स ओनली फॉर किड्स। मगर ऐसे में आज हम औरतों की बात क्यों कर रहे हैं? व्हाई इज इट सो इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर वुमेन एज वेल? ये क्यों जरूरी है, मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगी।
बच्चे तो आफ्टर ऑल माँ के यहाँ से ही आते हैं, और अगर माँ ही थोड़ी इम्यूनिटी बच्चे को देख पाती है तो बच्चे की शुरुआत जो है, जब तक हम बच्चे की इम्यूनाइजेशन शुरू नहीं करते वो हम माँ के थ्रू दे देते हैं। जैसे क्या है वैक्सीन का, क्या है वैक्सीन में क्या करते हैं हम, वही जर्म्स जो डिजीज कॉजिंग जर्म्स हैं, जिस डिजीज की वजह से हमें तकलीफ होती है अपने बच्चों को, माओं को, उस डिजीज के थोड़े से जर्म्स हम माँ के अंदर डालते हैं। पर वो जर्म्स बीमारी नहीं कॉज करते हैं, पर एंटीबॉडीज बनाते हैं। और एंटीबॉडीज क्या है, अगली बार अगर माँ एक्सपोज होती है उस बीमारी से, वो एंटीबॉडीज, जैसे हमने एक सेना बना लिया, हमने एक आर्मी बना लिया माँ के अंदर, वो आर्मी हम तैयार करेंगे तभी तो वो फोर्ट को हम बचा सकते हैं। सिमिलरली वैक्सीनेशन के थ्रू हम एंटीबॉडीज बनाते हैं, और एंटीबॉडीज क्या है, हमारी माँ की सेना है। वही सेना जो एंटीबॉडीज हैं वो बढ़ के वही डिजीज को रोकती है। एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड इम्यूनिटी। तो वैक्सीन क्या देते हैं, वो इम्यूनिटी देते हैं माँ को, एंटीबॉडीज बना के। तो अगली बार अगर माँ को डिजीज हो जाए, वही एंटीबॉडीज आके वो डिजीज को फाइट करेंगे एंड उसी वजह से माँ भी बचेगी और वही एंटीबॉडीज माँ अपने बच्चे को देगी। तो इसीलिए इंपॉर्टेंट है कि माँ के अंदर एंटीबॉडीज प्रोड्यूस करे ताकि बच्चे को भी सुरक्षित कर सके।
जी, सो डॉक्टर चित्रा, यहाँ पर एक और सवाल जो है वो मैं यहाँ पर पूछना चाहूंगी कि बड़े सारे लोग जो है ना, उनको एक कंफ्यूजन जो है वो जरूर रहती है कि वैक्सीन जो है ना वो बेसिकली काम कैसे करते हैं, क्या काम होता है इनका, और ये हमारे शरीर में जब आते हैं तो क्योंकि हमने कीटाणु हमारे शरीर में छोड़ दिए, जर्म्स जो है वो छोड़ दिए, तो फिर हम जो है कैसे उसे फाइट बैक करेंगे? हाउ डज दिस स्टार्ट?
वही तो मैंने बोला कि एंटीबॉडीज बनाती है। एंटीबॉडीज हमारे शरीर के सेल्स हैं जो ताकतवर आर्मी बनती है जी। वही आर्मी जो एंटीबॉडीज हैं, जब एंटीबॉडीज बन जाती हैं वो माँ में इम्यूनिटी क्रिएट करती है और माँ उसी इम्यूनिटी को बच्चे की तरफ ट्रांसमिट करती है, तो तभी वो उसी डिजीज को फाइट करती है। तो इट्स अ प्रोसेस ऑफ producing antibodies and this list of antibodies causes immunity in the mother and this immunity gets transmitted to the baby. Why is it important? Because baby को हम immunization शुरू करते हैं करीब 6 हफ्ते बाद, immediately birth के बाद 1-2 vaccinations लगते हैं, पर major diseases की vaccinations हम बच्चा जब 1.5 महीने का होता है उसके बाद ही शुरू करते हैं। वो जो 1.5 महीना है जिसमें बच्चा बहुत प्रोन होता है वैक्सीन वो डिजीज प्रोसेस के लिए, उसी डिजीज मतलब वो एक पीरियड को फ्री रखने के लिए हम माँ को वैक्सीनेशन ताकि वो बच्चा प्रोटेक्टेड हो उस पीरियड के लिए।
लवली, ओके। तो डॉक्टर कंचन, अब हम आपकी तरफ चलेंगे। एक बार आप अपने आप को प्लीज अनम्यूट जरूर कर लीजिए डॉक्टर, और इसके बाद हम आपसे जो है सवाल जो पूछना चाहेंगे, वो सवाल जो आपका इंतजार कर रहा है कि ये साल जो है ये थीम जो है फॉर दिस ईयर्स वर्ल्ड इम्यूनाइजेशन वीक वो है द बिग कैच अप फॉर द ईयर 2023। तो ऐसे में आप इससे कैसे एसोसिएट करते हैं?
Now, as you know, that this big catch-up is a world theme for this year's vaccination thing. Now, why this big catch-up coming in? Because we should have done more, perhaps we should not do more, and there is a gap between these two, and that's why this year thing is to get this catch-up done, to bridge the gap which is already present in this immunization program, which should be around us, and that's the reason. This is the trend this year, and as you know that World Vaccination Week is this week is going on the last week of April. Every year we go by this week to make vaccination more popular, more relevant, and more acceptable, and gear up all the processes of vaccination to whoever is eligible for the vaccination. And this is the reason this catch-up thing, this vaccination week is being selected for all these programs. All the countries, all the societies, all the bodies should be gearing their process. And we as doctors also obviously get more and more involved in the process. And that is the way it should go on. Everybody who is involved, who should be involved in the process, gets more speed to get it done quickly and more widely. So vaccination is one of the most impactful scientific methodology which we have got, but unless we accept it adequately, we will not be able to get the full benefit out of it. So that is the whole idea, and this is the way we should be going on.
थैंक यू सो मच डॉक्टर कंचन। अब ये जो नेक्स्ट सवाल है ना, ये मैं डॉक्टर चित्रा से पूछना चाहूंगी। डॉक्टर चित्रा, प्रेगनेंसी किसी भी औरत के लिए, गर्भावस्था किसी भी औरत के लिए एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत और बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट महत्वपूर्ण समय होता है। तो ऐसे में आप गर्भवती महिलाओं के लिए कौन सी वैक्सीन जो है वो रेकमेंड करेंगी, इनका सुझाव देंगी, और इनके कुछ फायदे जो है वो भी आप जरूर बताइएगा, ताकि हमारी जितनी भी ऑडियंस है जो भी हमें इस वक्त देख रही है उनको भी समझ आए कि कितनी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है।
हम सारी औरतों को पता है, और फ्रॉम टाइम इमेमोरियल जब से प्रेगनेंसी की केयर शुरू होने लग गई है, सबको पता है टेटनस का वैक्सीन जरूर लगता है, और सबको टेटनस वैक्सीन के बारे में पता है कि 3 इंजेक्शन टेटनस के लगते हैं। पर एक फ्रेश वैक्सीन आया है जो टीडैप कहते हैं, जिसमें 3 वैक्सीन है, टेटनस है, डिप्थीरिया है और पर्टूसिस है। और बहुत दिनों से लोगों को टीडी भी मिलने लग गया था कि टेटनस और डिप्थीरिया की प्रोटेक्शन के लिए। पर टेटनस, डिप्थीरिया, पर्टूसिस इज समथिंग कॉल्ड वूपिंग कॉफ, एंड वूपिंग कॉफ इज समथिंग विच एडल्ट्स में बहुत ज्यादा तकलीफ नहीं देती है, पर जब बच्चे को पर्टूसिस होता है, बच्चे को वूपिंग कॉफ होता है, इतनी ज्यादा कॉफिंग होती है कि सांस में भी दिक्कत आ सकती है, चेस्ट में प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकती है, एंड बच्चे के लिए बहुत खतरनाक हो सकती है। और रिसेंटली ये वैक्सीन आया है कि हम माँ के थ्रू बच्चे को प्रोटेक्ट करें। तो ये बहुत जरूरी है कि जो टेटनस लगाएं, दूसरा डोज या तीसरा डोज भी जो है वो टीडैप का लगाएं। तो हमें टेटनस पता है, अब हमें टीडैप पता है। थर्ड इज इन्फ्लुएंजा। आजकल सबको पता है कि वायरल फ्लू बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है, इन्फ्लुएंजा बहुत ज्यादा है, एंड हम बाकी सबको बोलते हैं कि ईयरली एक फ्लू शॉट लगा लें, बिकॉज बहुत ज्यादा है, लोगों में इतना फैल गया है और पूरी जिंदगी मतलब पूरी दुनिया भर में है ये। तो इंडिया में ये इन्फ्लुएंजा वैक्सीन रिसेंटली प्रचलित हुआ है एंड ईयरली लेना चाहिए। और पहले ये था कि माओं को क्यों लगानी चाहिए, पर माँ को भी जब फ्लू हो जाता है, हाई फीवर, खांसी, जुकाम सब कुछ हो जाए, तो उसमें बच्चा जो अंदरूनी है माँ के, उसके लिए खतरा है, क्योंकि बहुत तेज बुखार हो तो वो बच्चे को भी इफेक्ट करता है। सिमिलरली बहुत ज्यादा खांसी हो माँ को, तो जो माँ का जो प्रेगनेंसी का वाटर बैग है वो बर्स्ट हो सकता है। वो अगर बर्स्ट होता है और जल्दी बर्स्ट होता है तो बच्चा जल्दी टाइम से जल्दी हो सकता है। तो ये 2-3 चीजें हैं। वैसे ही माँ बीमार हो, खाना पीना कम हो जाएगा, बच्चे को ग्रोथ इज थ्रू द मदर, तो माँ जब कम खाने लगेगी तो बच्चा ग्रोथ रिटार्डेड होगा, बच्चा छोटा होगा, उसके लिए जन्म के बाद थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स हो जाती हैं। तो ये 2-3 वैक्सीन हैं जो बहुत कॉमन है, जो देना चाहिए। प्लस कई बार हेपेटाइटिस बी, एक हेपेटाइटिस है, एक लिवर की प्रॉब्लम है, जो अगर आसपास किसी को हो, मतलब घर में किसी को है वो हेपेटाइटिस बी, देन माँ को वो हेपेटाइटिस बी वैक्सीन भी लेना चाहिए। सिमिलरली कोविड था, कोविड वैक्सीन हमने सारे प्रेग्नेंट विमेन को दे दिया था, क्योंकि कोविड माँ को हो जाए वो ज्यादा खतरनाक है रादर देन द कोविड वैक्सीन। प्लस देयर आर 2-3 वैक्सीन लाइक न्यूमोकॉकल है, मेनिंगोकॉकल वैक्सीन है। ये 2-3 है जो अगर माँ ट्रैवल करती है कहीं और उस कंट्री के लिए, स्पेशली अब्रॉड ट्रैवल करती हो, उस कंट्री में वो वैक्सीन जरूरी है लेना, तो उसमें कोई खतरा नहीं। हम नॉर्मली नहीं देते हैं, पर जरूरी है तो दे दे। These are the basic vaccines.
जी, थैंक यू डॉक्टर। अच्छा, डॉक्टर चित्रा ने अभी भी बात करी, सो आई वुड नाउ आस्क डॉक्टर कंचन टू जस्ट हेल्प अस आउट विद अंडरस्टैंडिंग की इन्फ्लुएंजा वैक्सीनेशन ड्यूरिंग प्रेगनेंसी। नाउ इन्फ्लुएंजा, इज इट such a serious disease? Because we assume that, just a little cough and cold and all of that. But Dr. Kanchan, is it actually such a serious disease? And are there some major complications that we know of during pregnancy if someone has influenza?
Influenza, as you know, is a common cold type of disease, but it is not really a common cold. It is something more than common. It is more than common and more serious than common cold. It is more serious specifically in pregnant conditions. For pregnant ladies, it may be life-threatening event if not taken care of adequately. Because of the whole system of the pregnancy, in the cardiovascular system, the respiratory system, all this becomes more prone to this virus, and the damaging effect of the virus becomes more important for pregnant ladies. So obviously, for pregnant mothers, we have to protect them. As we protect them, this vaccination is the answer actually to give the maximum protection. And usual presentable things, I mean, usual mask, usual disinfectant use, this has to be meticulously taken care of. But vaccination is the mainstay of this protection to the mother. Not only to the mother, also the antibodies which are generated by giving this vaccination to the mother gets to the babies also. So obviously, the next generation also gets protection for few months initially after the birth. So if you compare the mortality rate, morbidity rate, and the chance of death and all this suffering, chance of hospitalization, everything gets increased 2 to up to 10 times for the pregnant ladies. So that's why they become very much prone to all the suffering associated with all the potential dangers associated with influenza. So thereby giving influenza vaccine, the commonly called shot, influenza shot. That can be given all throughout the pregnancy anytime. But if there is a chance of epidemic situation for that locality, but preferably give it usually in the second and third trimester of the pregnancy. But all the recommendations said that it can be safely given all throughout the pregnancy. And specifically, as I said, if there is a chance of any incidences around in the locality. So that's the influenza vaccine. And as Dr. Chitra has already said, that this is very much important, and we should all give all the ladies should be given one shot of this vaccination, and even with subsequent pregnancies also, it should be repeated. This is not just one pregnancy, but all subsequent pregnancies should be repeated with this vaccination to cover this preventable aspect of the vaccine.
Right. Thank you so much,
I'd like
Dr.
to add one thing,
Yes,
that when we prescribe the flu vaccine, we should ideally give it to all the members of the family.
Right.
Because all the members of the family who are going to handle the baby should be covered for flu vaccine. Like when we write the prescription, we write influenza vaccine for the whole family. So when they come, we tell them that all of you need, whoever is going to handle the baby. So if suppose a lot of people, the higher class, keep nannies, even the nannies should be given the flu vaccine. Because whoever is going to come in contact with the baby, everyone is not going to be wearing a mask. So anyone who's coming, and flu is do through the mouth and through the nose. So anyone who's going to handle the baby should be given the flu vaccine.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the clarification, Dr. Chitra. Dr. Chitra, मैं आपसे एक सवाल जो है यहाँ पर वो भी जरूर पूछना चाहूंगी कि इन्फ्लुएंजा के शॉट जो है when should a pregnant lady get it? उसको गर्भावस्था के किस समय या किस ट्राइमेस्टर में आप जो रेकमेंड करें?
Ideally 7th month के बाद.
Okay.
But अगर बहुत ज्यादा फ्लू चल रहा हो, किसी भी महीने में दे सकते हो. अगर वायरल इन्फ्लुएंजा का वो आ गया, पैंडेमिक आ गया, मतलब everyone आसपास को फ्लू हो रहा है, then the pregnant women can be given the flu vaccine in any month.
Absolutely.
Ideally 7th month के बाद, क्योंकि फिर मैक्सिमम इम्यूनिटी बच्चे को भी मिलती है. कोई भी वैक्सीन जो हम देते हैं, हम 7th मंथ के बाद देते हैं, तो बच्चे को मैक्सिमम इम्यूनिटी मिलती है. तो आइडियली हम कहते हैं कि 28 वीक्स के बाद देते हैं, पर अगर पैंडेमिक है, एपिडेमिक है, तो फिर किसी भी महीने में दे सकते.
Okay, so thank you for the clarification, Dr. Chitra. वैसे मुझे लगता है कि given the weather that is going around, it is very important that everybody should get a checkup done. And अगर आप नोएडा में, डॉक्टर चित्रा आपकी जरूर हेल्प कर सकती हैं. So
आजकल पैंडेमिक है फ्लू का, दिल्ली में तो है.
Absolutely, absolutely. The weather just supports that.
Yeah.
अब जो है एक आखिरी सवाल जो है वो मैं finally Dr. Kanchan आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी. I would just like to ask one very simple thing that like Dr. Chitra just mentioned that all of the family members should also be taking an influenza shot because they're handling the baby, right? But over here, one simple question that I have from you is that family members are very concerned, especially when it comes to pregnant ladies, right? Family members would be like, ki, mujhe de do, I will take it, but don't give my wife because she's pregnant right now. She may have some reactions. So what do you want to say to such people who believe that, pregnant women should be kept a little away from vaccine, or, they should be more concerned about vaccine?
I think this is all about our attitude, our belief, and our notions, which goes around. With a lot of education and a lot of involvement of the people who are around. Obviously, doctors do a lot in this direction, counseling the people who are coming with the patients to our clinic. But I think it's something which is more broader implications has to be there. So if all the people are involved in the process and they are counseled accordingly, then this thing will go away. I mean, they must understand that this is not from on the protection of the mother only, it's protection for the baby also. So that is an important issue. Whenever it goes for the benefit of the baby, they accept it quickly and easily. And that concept has to be introduced. This is for the benefit of the baby, and that's why we are giving it. And so far as the side effects is concerned, the vaccines which we have chosen to be given during pregnancy, they are all very safe. And that's why they're given in the pregnancy, because we are concerned about the baby who is obviously very little in the growing process. So they are very safe, their side effects are very minimum, and whatever side effects is for us, like little bit of pain, a little bit of feverish conditions and all these are easily treatable, and that does not do any harm to the baby in the womb. So they are safe, they can be easily given. The patients around, I mean the relatives around the patient has to be counseled about that. So this safety has to be taken care of, and once we take the safety part in, then we get the maximum benefit for the mother and also for the next generation, the baby to be born. And the cocooning effect, which we call it in scientific terms, which Dr. Chitra has mentioned, that we should be given all the vaccines which we are giving to the baby, to the mother, should be given to the people around who is going to tackle the baby, to handle the baby, to take care of the baby. It is not only mother, but also all the family members who come closer to the baby, including the nanny. So this is true for all the vaccines which is given to the mother. So influenza vaccine is very, very safe, and all the vaccines which you have mentioned are very safe for the mother as well as for the baby. And they should be widely practiced, and all our endeavors should go in that direction so that the coverage gets more and more, and the catch-up thing becomes a success.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Dr. Kanchan. And I believe कि आज का सेशन जो है वो तो बहुत ही ज्यादा लोगों के से इंट्रीग कर रहा है, because I have multitude of questions coming here from YouTube. सबसे पहला सवाल जो है वो मैं डॉक्टर चित्रा आपसे मुखातिब होना चाहती हूँ यहाँ पर. I want to ask you this question. This question has come from यशस्वी माथुर. इन्होंने ये पूछा है कि प्रेगनेंसी में वैक्सीन की जरूरत ही क्यों पड़ती है? Why is it important?
See, vaccines are the best way of limiting the disease to the mother, because माँ को भी तो वही exposures हैं जो सारी दुनिया को है. अगर माँ को मिलती है प्रेगनेंसी में, थोड़ी इम्यूनिटी लेवल वैसी कम होती है, तो माँ को जो भी डिजीज आती है वो थोड़ी सिवियरिटी बढ़ती है. तो इसीलिए माँ की प्रोटेक्शन के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. कोई जो सारे वैक्सीन हम माँ को नहीं दे सकते हैं बिकॉज प्रेगनेंसी है. तो जो सेफ है, हम जो सेफ्टी चीजें हैं हम क्यों ना करें. हम माँ को तो बचाएं उसी डिजीज से, एंड प्लस हमें एक और एडवांटेज है कि हम बेबी को इम्यूनिटी दे रहे हैं. मैंने पहले भी बताया था कि बेबी को हम वैक्सीनेशन वी गिव इट आफ्टर 6 weeks. So that 6 weeks, the baby is very, very prone to all the diseases around. And if the baby has got an immunity from the mother, we can only do that by vaccinating the mother.
True. Thank you so much, Dr. Chitra. अगला सवाल जो है यहाँ पर जो मेरे पास आया है वो है दीक्षा चौधरी जी का. Dr. Kanchan, I would like to ask you this question from Diksha Chaudhary from YouTube. She's asking, my gynecologist hasn't yet spoken about vaccination with me, and she's trying to get pregnant. So what should she keep in mind?
The question about vaccination in pregnancy comes in only once you get pregnancy. So obviously, once you get pregnancy, the gynecologist obstetrician consult obviously definitely will discuss about the vaccination. But the vaccination has to be started after some time, not in the first trimester. Usually first trimester is avoided because all the foreign protein exposure during the first trimester is the period of organogenesis, where the organs have been developed. So we tend to avoid any external influence during that part. And the vaccination is not an exception. So once the lady gets pregnant, she will definitely get the advice from the concerned gynecologist about vaccination. And all the vaccination, all the 4 vaccinations which we have talked about will be taken up surely by the concerned gynecologist. And if there is any question, obviously, she can ask the gynecologist or obstetrician about the vaccination. And obviously, that part will be covered, which will educate importance, and finally that will be provided to the lady. And that is what all the practitioners are doing nowadays to get this catch-up done at the end of the day.
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Kanchan. इसके साथ ही I hope दीक्षा जी आपका सवाल जो है उसका आपका जवाब सही से मिल गया. Coming to the next
I'd like to add one thing for Diksha's question.
Yes,
if she is not planning a pregnancy for the next 1 or 2 months, then she can check for the rubella, if she is protected towards rubella or not, and take a protective vaccine against rubella. Normally MMR vaccine देते हैं बचपन में, and उससे rubella की protectivity आ जाती है. But rubella अगर उसको मिल जाता है pregnancy में, that is a disease which rubella positive हो तो वो pregnancy terminate करना पड़ता है. तो अगर she is planning, कई लोग हमारे पास आते हैं जो प्लान कर रहे हैं प्रेगनेंसी पर अभी प्रेग्नेंट नहीं है, and they are planning in the next 1 or 2 months. अगर वो 1 महीना कोई कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव यूज करके रोक सकते हैं प्रेगनेंसी, फिर रूबेला का टेस्ट जरूर कराएं, एंड रूबेला में अगर प्रोटेक्टेड नहीं हो तो रूबेला वैक्सीन जरूर लें.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Chitra. Now the next question is for you. This is from Shreya Sharma. इन्होंने ये पूछा है कि what will happen to the child if the vaccine is not taken?
No, nothing is going to happen to the child. But आपने जैसे आप बच्चे को कवर करके क्यों रखते हो विंटर में, ठीक है, अगर आप सोचते हो कि इसको कवर क्यों करना है, इट इज द सेम थिंग, यू आर नॉट प्रोटेक्टिंग द बेबी. तो बच्चे को अगर विंटर में अनकवर्ड रखोगे तो उसको ठंड की तकलीफ हो जाएगी. सिमिलरली माँ ने अगर वैक्सीन नहीं लिया और बच्चे को बच्चा becomes more susceptible to all those diseases. It is just that you are giving a protective cover to the baby. That is all. Nothing is going to happen to the baby. But if the child gets exposed to a particular disease, the child will suffer more.
So thank you so much, Dr. Chitra. The next question is for Dr. Kanchan. Dr. Kanchan, Radhika Mathur है यहाँ पर हमारे साथ. Radhika Mathur is asking, can I get a flu shot and the tetanus vaccine during pregnancy?
Yes, you should be getting a flu shot, you should be getting a tetanus, you should be getting a diphtheria, you should be getting a whooping cough. All these coverages should be there in pregnancy. And for that, we are following the protocols which covers all the 4. And the whole idea of giving vaccination is nothing but producing the immunity inside one's system. By giving these vaccinations, what we're giving the foreign proteins to the system. The system is getting challenged with the foreign protein, and they are producing the antibodies. These antibodies are actually again protein, but they protect, they remember the diseases which are concerned. And these diseases, when they come in the form of viral infection, in the form of bacterial infection, then these antibodies actually fight quickly, and they tend to eradicate the virus and the bacteria, and thereby the person concerned don't get the disease, or if she gets disease, the disease is very mild. It's not life-threatening. This is very minimum, and that's the whole idea of vaccination. So if she gets all the vaccines done, then she's protected from all the 4 things which we have discussed again and again, and thereby she is not only protecting herself, also protecting the baby which is carrying. So it's very important to get all the 4 shots and get the full protection which are available in this number.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Kanchan. इसके बाद हमारे पास क्वेश्चन है उत्कर्ष अग्रवाल जी का. So this is for Dr. Chitra. Dr. Chitra, please help Utkarsh because ये पूछ रहे हैं, my wife is pregnant. Should I get her vaccinated?
Yeah, definitely. What have we been talking about for so long? I mean, vaccination is a must, and her gynecologist will tell her soon what are the vaccinations scheduled. Normally, after the first 3 months, we start the vaccination schedule. Not in the first 3 months, unless the girl has been exposed to something. Otherwise, first 3 months, we avoid all vaccination. And after the 5th or 6th month, we start this vaccination schedule. So first is the tetanus vaccine, which is given, then is the Tdap and the influenza. These are the 3 main vaccines which are given in pregnancy.
Right. Dr. Kanchan, there's one question that has come, which is Tdap injection. Which month should it be taken?
We have discussed the point, but again, it's just to reiterate the fact that Tdap or the triple antigen, so to say, should be given in the 2nd and the 3rd trimester. And because if you give it quickly, then obviously what happens, the antibody response which you get that response is not maximized during the delivery time. That means the baby is not getting the full quota possible of antibodies from the mother, because the response has happened before, not before that. So antibody titer comes less to the baby. So there is up to 50% loss of antibody titer, which can be the baby benefited. So that's why we targeted during that period, 27, 28 weeks onwards to 36 weeks. That's the ideal window. We should be giving the Tdap vaccination to get the maximum antibody titer possible first to the baby, so that the baby gets the maximum benefit which can be achievable from that. That is the timing. But obviously, if somebody gives it 3 cards, the baby is still getting the benefit, but the percentage of benefit decreases. So idea is to give the maximum benefit to the baby, to give the vaccination to the mother in ideal timing, which is from 27 days to 36 days. And that is the top 2 recommendation in our state. But obviously, it can be given a bit quicker, and if somebody has not been exposed to this and the baby coming into gynecologist chamber at 36 weeks, for the first time for that particular gynecologist, then the gynecologist should be giving that one also, because at least some benefit will be possible to reach forward from this process.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Kanchan. Dr. Chitra, यहाँ पर एक सवाल जो है मुझे लगता है बड़े सारे लोगों का होगा कि like in children, when we get vaccines, or even when we had a little bit of vaccines with COVID, a lot of people developed very slight fever and all of these reactions. So what should a mother expect once she's had a vaccination, and when should the mother or the people around, the caretakers, should be concerned? That little bit, I believe, would really help out in a lot of people gaining confidence in vaccination.
See, most of these vaccines don't cause many problems. Tetanus तो लोगों को लेके चले जाते हैं काम पे, कुछ नहीं होता. Tdap also normally does not cause any problem. With the influenza vaccine, yes, the mother can get a mild fever, can have a small swelling or redness or pain at the site of injection. अगर बहुत ज़्यादा है और fever 100 से ऊपर जा रहा हो, तो एक पैरासिटामोल का टैबलेट लेने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Paracetamol 500 या even up to 650 can be taken very safely. अगर fever persist करता है 2 दिन के लिए, फिर अपने डॉक्टर को फोन करके दिखाने जाए. That is all. But otherwise minor symptoms होते हैं, especially flu vaccine के बाद. And उसके बाद paracetamol लेके अगर settle नहीं होता, फिर दिखा.
Right. So, Dr. Kanchan, I would like to ask you this question. When it comes to vaccination of influenza, right? We have already said that it should be taken at the later stages. But in what cases can we give the influenza vaccine in a and at an earlier stage for the pregnant women? For example, if, like Dr. Chitra mentioned, they have to travel or something like that. So, in case someone wants to take vaccinations beforehand, is there something else that they need to keep in mind?
We have touched this point of timing again and again, that for influenza virus, if in the locality there is incidences of the influenza is there already reported, like not pandemic, at least epidemic or localized area surge of influenza is there, and the person is living in that area, then the question of being exposed is more, and in that case, vaccine should be given earlier. And that is the only indication where vaccine should be given earlier. But obviously, otherwise, that window is the best timing.
Right.
And
thank you so much, Doctor.
Dr. Chitra has already mentioned. So these are the few occasions where we should be giving this earlier.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Kanchan. All right. Now, one question. Dr. Chitra, Nishita ji is asking me, is the COVID vaccine safe for a pregnant woman? Now, this becomes a very important question given the fact कि हम पिछले कुछ दिनों में हम देख रहे हैं कि COVID जो है वो थोड़ा-थोड़ा वापस से rise कर रहा है. और ऐसे में इस time पर if someone is pregnant, तो क्या उनके लिए COVID vaccine लेना जो है वो safe रहेगा?
See, आजकल हम COVID vaccine तो दे ही नहीं रहे हैं, मतलब बहुत कम है. पहले जब COVID था, तो regularly दे रहे थे, and throughout the world, India was the best as far as vaccination was concerned, and हम मतलब as a country we were saved because of vaccination. और उसमें हमने हर pregnant lady को भी COVID vaccine दिया था, कोई problem नहीं है. अब के बाद जो COVID फैला हुआ है, it is like a mild viral fever. तो हम अभी most of the people are COVID vaccinated. तो हम अभी कुछ नहीं कह रहे हैं कि booster dose ले लो. So right now COVID vaccination का मतलब प्रोजेक्शन नहीं है।
Okay, all right, perfect. Thank you, Dr. Chitra. Okay, Dr. Kanchan, this is a very interesting question that has come. Ki, during pregnancy, out of all the different vaccines that have been mentioned for us, can you give us like the three best ones, or like the 3 or 4 vaccinations that should just not be missed, that are the most important for a pregnant lady?
I think we are giving this for years now, these 4 vaccines which you mentioned. So tetanus toxoid is the age-old one, which we have talked again and again. And obviously, with tetanus toxoid, diphtheria is also now being incorporated in this protocol. So not giving TT, giving TD with diphtheria and tetanus together. And then obviously the third component is added on the whooping cough. So obviously Tdap, one that is the one which is given. So we have got these 3 covered, and then influenza. So these are the 4 things. We have the 4 kind of pillars which for vaccination wise in pregnancy we should all have. So if you have got the 4 pillars there, the pregnancy home will be very much safe and stable. And obviously those diseases will not be touching the mother. Even if we touch, it will not be any hampered so far as the mother and the baby is concerned. So the 4 vaccines, tetanus toxoid, diphtheria, the whooping cough, and the flu. So these are the 4 things which should be given, always given. And for the COVID one, whenever there is indication, so we can be given safely again. So there are probably the 6th one, which is to be practiced very strongly.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Kanchan. Dr. Chitra, this is one question that a lot of people have in their mind. Ki, kai log jo hote hain, they have toddlers also along with the pregnancy. People don't keep a lot of space, right? A lot of them have it, jahan par bachcha jo hai, ek already 2 saal ka hota hai, 3 saal ka hota hai, and the other child, the mother is already pregnant with the other child. तो ऐसे में इन्फेक्शन का खतरा जो है वो और भी बढ़ जाता है, because there's another child that is there, and that little child is also demanding all sorts of mother's attention. तो ऐसे में किन बातों का ख्याल जो है वो हमें रखना चाहिए ड्यूरिंग द प्रेगनेंसी, एंड स्पेशली विद द टॉडलर अराउंड, कि मतलब किसी तरीके के इन्फेक्शन जो है वो माँ को और जो बच्चा है इन द वूम उसको ना हो।
वैसे एक टॉडलर हो तो बहुत ज्यादा बचा नहीं सकते, बिकॉज कितनी बार आप बच्चे को हाथ धुलाओगे और वो सब करोगे, तो वो पॉसिबल नहीं है। पर जनरली आप खाना ढंग से खाओ, इम्यूनिटी वैसी बढ़ जाएगी। Basically, vaccine wise, this is the only thing you can do. These 4 vaccinations जो डॉक्टर कंचन ने बोला है, and this covers most of the things, because flu वगैरह, बाकी तो they're not vaccine covered. डायरिया हो जाए, बच्चे ने कुछ मुंह में डाल दिया और माँ के मुंह में भी डाल दिया, तो माँ को डायरिया हो, तो वो सब नहीं बचा सकते। वो तो नॉर्मल हाइजीन है जो आपको बचाना है। आप सिर्फ ये बचा सकते हो कि टॉडलर को नीचे से उठाना, ये प्रेगनेंसी के ऊपर थोड़ा जोर पड़ता है, तो बैठ के उसको वो करो, उसके अपने ऊपर कूदने से मना करो। That is all. There are no vaccines which can prevent you from getting what a toddler may transmit.
Right. It's like mom and the child are one at that point of time. Absolutely.
Just that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chitra. Asha, Dr. Kanchan, यहाँ पर this is a question that a lot of people are asking us, that what is this HPV vaccine? What it exactly is? What does it save us from? And also, when should one take it? When should a pregnant lady take it?
HPV vaccine is human papilloma vaccine. Commonly they call it cervical cancer vaccine. But actually, the human papilloma virus is a virus which is very common and be present in the genital tract, human genital tract. It's not only present in the genital tract, it can be present in the oral cavities, it can be in the anal cavities. Also, even the skin problems can occur from this virus. But to focus on the genital tract cancer and specifically the cervical cancer, because if you have got the infection of the human papilloma virus in the cervical region, in the genital tract for a long time, then there are certain tissue changes occur in that locality, which is not taken care of, neglected and long-standing there, then they can ultimately transform into a precancerous condition and finally cancerous condition. It's a long process. The exposure has to be for long time. But that is the potential thing. I mean, if you are taking the vaccine of human papilloma virus, then you are preventing the deadly effect, the possible effect of that virus. So in young ages, we always advocate that we should take that vaccination so that in future we are protected from that the possibility of cervical and genital cancer from this plastic condition in some cases coming forward. So that is the advantage. So we give it, if it is possible, always advise them and encourage them to take that vaccination. If you take that vaccination in younger age group, then obviously there is an advantage of dose also. You can give them 2 doses instead of the 3 doses which are given in, after crossing the age of 15. So that is the advantage you can take care in the early part, and if it is not taken care in the early part, then you can get a 3 injections, 3 vaccination shots to protect against the human papillomavirus. It's not something which the ladies should take, it's gents also take. I mean, the gentlemen have got the same problem of genital wart, or penile wart, or anal wart. This is also preventable to some extent with this vaccination. So I know my colleagues, some colleagues are there who have taken the whole family, 4 of them in the family, and all of them, 2 ladies, 2 gents. That means the son, the daughter, the husband and wife, they have all taken the vaccination. The logic is simple. That since this human papillomavirus affects all sorts of age, both ages, both sexes, so obviously everybody should be taking this vaccine if possible, and to get that beneficial effect which is inherent in this vaccination. So that is the advantage human papillomavirus vaccine.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kanchan.
I would
Dr.
like to
Chitra,
add one thing.
Yes,
That see, HPV vaccine is for preventing cervical cancer, but it should never ever be taken during pregnancy. That is one thing. It is a big no during pregnancy. And the best time to give it, like what I tell my patients is, if they've not been immunized, then immediately post-delivery, they can take the first shot. Because people are very reluctant to look after themselves. And the woman of the house is not a very, nobody is very this thing about immunizing her. So the best time for her to take it is immediately post-delivery, so that the next 2 shots, she can take it when she comes for her child's vaccination also. So that is the best way. So I tell the patient that before discharge itself from the hospital, I give them the first shot of cervical cancer vaccine. And then automatically 2 months later, they'll come for the second shot. And 6 months later, they'll come for the third shot.
Lovely.
And I tell them that when they come for their antenatal visits, if they have older children at home, so between 9 to 14 years, they need just 2 shots. So give all the children in the house at that time, because you can counsel people when they come for an antenatal visit.
Lovely. Dr. Chitra has a very nicely drawn, a little chart also of when and how it should be done. I must say that is the kind of research and that is the kind of dedication that we always see in the doctors that we have here. Thank you so much, Dr. Chitra. It was absolutely lovely to have you here. Thank you so much, Dr. Kanchan. It was lovely. And we are so glad that you're here today for us to help all of the audience understand on how immunization actually helps us, and especially for pregnant women, how important it is. Because given that India is a country where we have to move forward and we have to ensure that all the pre and postnatal health is getting better and better every single day. So I would like to thank you for being a part of this wonderful, wonderful discussion. For all the audience here right now, this was our special discussion. Remember that April, the last week of April, is celebrated as World Immunization Week. For this year, the theme of World Immunization Week 2023 is the big catch up, to catch up on lost immunizations and ensure that parents follow their children's vaccination card. GSK partners with real life mom Kareena Kapoor Khan for their vaccination awareness campaign, Faisla Sahi Zindagi Sahi. With this campaign, we call on parents to ensure their children's vaccination status is up to date.
डॉक्टर्स कहते हैं बीमारियों से हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन हेल्थी बच्चों में भी हो सकता है। वैक्सीनेशन से उन्हें कई गंभीर बीमारियों से लड़ने की इम्यूनिटी मिलती है, इसलिए उसे वैक्सीनेशन कार्ड का हर वैक्सीन वक्त से दीजिए। आपका एक फैसला आपके बच्चे की जिंदगी बदल सकता है। फैसला सही, जिंदगी सही।
तो इसके साथ ही हम हमारे दोनों ही गेस्ट डॉक्टर्स का धन्यवाद करेंगे और यही उम्मीद करेंगे कि आज के इस डिस्कशन के बाद आपके मन में वैक्सीनेशन को लेकर उठ रहे जो भी संदेह थे उनको हमने दूर किया और साथ ही इसकी महत्ता को भी हमने आप तक पहुंचाया। Dr. Chitra, Dr. Kanchan, I hope you also had an interactive session and a good session with us.
We had a wonderful session, and we would consider our session fruitful if the message has gone to the audience that not only look after your children, look after everyone else, and look after yourselves if you're pregnant.
Absolutely. Dr. Kanchan.
It's a family matter, which is important. So it's take as a family, as a unit, and vaccination as a unit for the country. So everything is the togetherness, family togetherness, protection togetherness, and getting there in togetherness. So that is the important message, I think. That's good.
Lovely. लवली लवली। तो अगर आपके आसपास कोई भी बच्चा है या गर्भवती महिला है तो उन्हें ये डिस्कशन जरूर दिखाइए, उनके साथ शेयर कीजिए, उन तक भी वैक्सीनेशन का जो महत्व है, जो जरूरत है इसकी, वो उन तक भी जरूर पहुंचाइए। ऐसी और डिस्कशंस और जानकारी के लिए जुड़े रहिए हमारे यानी जागरण ग्रुप के साथ। थैंक यू सो मच।